peeps? Brother Jamie, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Yo, 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 yo. Alright, man, let's get it going. Listen to some beats. TZ, Benji, put by Tetra or Tetra. Tetra, I think sounds more likely. Crash Bandit, Early Gang.
Yo, Benji. Crash.
Fire Rolls, Lacra, thank you, bro. Blex, Platinum Videos, Manoa, Platinum Videos, Young Strap. What's going on, peeps? Yeah, this slaps. Oh shit, it's Crash Band. This is Crash Bandit and Benji. I produced a link up, man. Love it, love it. Yeah, that's a big vibe, man. Those drums are slapping. Melody's fire. I think maybe the drums are like, maybe for a placement, maybe just a little bit too busy, but I think it's hard, so yeah, I've got no complaints about that beat. Alright, let's get it going, man. Let's go to the earliest. Prot teacher. Oh, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Harload, man. Thank you. Benji, no, Shorty's manager didn't ask for anything, man. They literally used the MP3. It's not even the wave. Okay. Yeah, this is a vibe. Yeah, drums are super clean. I think maybe that snare could do with like being a bit like more heavy and like maybe just a fuller sound, just something that hits a bit harder. But I like the slides. I've just recently done a collab with Jade Cactus. We went to do some studio. We did a studio session. I learned a lot from him in terms of like making drill stuff. So yeah, that works really well, man. Just a few things I'd swap out sound wise just to make the drums knock a bit harder. But yeah, other than that, man, everything else is perfect. Rod Lil Jamie, Early Gang. Last week's stream was embarrassing, but I'm glad to be back.
Hey yo, Jamie, you made this?
Prod Lil Jamie killing it with the lo-fi vibes.
Hey yo, Jamie, you made this?
Yeah, super chilled, man. I love your lo-fi beats. Literally every time I've got no critiques for them, man. They're all so nicely mixed. Melody's so vibey. Drums have just got a nice realistic sort of just relaxed bounce to them. You got really nailed that kind of like relaxed vibe for for your beats. So yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. It's easy. Liking this. that loop is so fire. It's so nice and full, but like sort of spacey and ambient. So there's like tons of room for someone to like just vibe over that. That almost sounds similar to the beat that they used in Real on the Slime Language 2 mixtape, EP, sorry, called Real. I think it was called Real with Unfook. I think that's how you call his name. But yeah, that was a really clean beat, real clean placement kind of beat. It's all good squadron beats. All good. That's okay. Sounds are a bit thin. Sounds are a bit thin in the melody, and I think that snare's a little bit like, it's kind of a little bit played out. So I've heard it like, it's been around for ages, and I don't know, man. I feel like it's just kind of getting phased out a bit. So sound selection on the drums, and I think the melody could do with being beefed up a little bit. You know, some nice counter melodies. Yeah, I think just a few things that need to be added to that. Was that beat? Yeah. Okay. This pizza, Matthias is going down a treat, I swear to God. Yeah, this is a vibe. Lots of space in this beat. Yeah, that's a big vibe, man. I really like that melody. Like nice, again, like nice spacey ambient kind of vibe. Something that like us, like, I know it sounds generic, but like Drake could do something over that. Drake and like Lil Keed or something. I don't know, but it was just wavy. It was really wavy bounce. The only thing I'd do for that would just be turn the melody up a little bit. It's a little bit quiet in the mix. The drums seem to be kind of the prominent part, which is a good thing. But just the melody just needs cranking up just a little bit, only by a couple of dB, and you'll be good to go. Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool.
Mehtir on the beat, bitch.
Yeah, that's hard. Bass is a little bit overpowering, but that's different, man. That's different. It's kind of got like more like a Spanish pop trap style to it. You know, like when you go abroad and you like see these artists that you'd never recognized before, like see them on music videos and stuff. It sounds like a beat that like one of those kind of artists would use. So it's cool, man. It's good. The bass is a little bit overpowering, but other than that, it was a nice, like, simple, catchy kind of beat. So yeah, it works well. It worked well. And yeah, that percussion was fire as well, by the way. Patrick Beats percussion was fire. like the melody. I really like those ambient kind of melodies. I struggle to even make them, to be honest, but I really like what you did with that melody. I think the drums are okay. To be honest, I think that's fine. You know, it sounds like a beat that's got those kind of like real nice simple drums, and some rapper or singer that's really talented can just really go and fill that beat out and just turn it into a full, you know, into like a full project. So yeah, that's good, man. That's a nice beat, well mixed as well, and good sound selection. Good sound selection on the melody as well. It's hard to get both sometimes, but that worked.
Hey, yo, Jam, you turned up.
Calvin Leonard, what's going on, my guy? Good to see you back in the stream. Good to see you, my guy. We'll get you in after this beat. Yeah, this beat slaps, man. Damn, those rolls are insane. That was hard. That was so hard. I think maybe the 808s were slightly on the busy side if you were looking to get placement. They're just a little bit too rolly. Like maybe just take some of those rolls out and leave a bit of space. But the melody was so vibey. It kind of reminded me of Metro Boomin's kind of melodies. You know, those like dark ambient kind of melodies. Got those drums slapping into the soft clipper, so I cannot complain about that. And yeah, everything was solid, man. The only thing I'd say if I was to critique it would just be to ease off on the rolls just a little bit, but yeah, nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. All right, let's go, Calvin.
Calvin, you be Calvin.
This is fire. And you guys are coming hard with the spacey melodies tonight. Spacey ambient melodies, man. They're all hitting perfect. This is so well balanced. Just enough elements to make it sound nice and busy, but so much room for a rapper to just go in on this beat. That is so vibey. The melody is like perfect in terms of like the variation, like how it progresses. You know, it's kind of sort of chilled out, and then that kind of bouncy pluck comes in and just gives it a whole other bounce. And then the drums are just clean, man. Really well balanced drums. Calvin, man, these are vibes. All right, I got you, CJ. well, both of those are fire. I think I prefer the first one that you sent. Second one still hits hard, but I think with the second one, I would swap out that 808 just for like this, just for the standard the standard Zato of an 808. If that's only like if I was to swap any sounds out, but other than that, man, the sound selection in both was fire. I think someone said in the chat that the hi-hats were a little loud. To my ear, they sounded a little bit loud as well, but it's not really a huge deal. What else? Yeah, I think that was it. Maybe the 808 was a little bit too loud as well in terms of mixing on the second one. This first one was perfect. I literally couldn't even think of anything to say in terms of critique, but second one just a couple of things, but nothing major, man. Nothing major. Like that's nothing that an artist would. It's nothing that would turn off an artist. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, big vibes, my guy. Big vibes. Someone asked if I listen to all beats. I do my best. I'll do my best to listen to as many beats as possible. Basically, what I just do is I'll go in order of the time that people sent them on my email, and then whenever people donate, then I'll skip to their beat, and then once I've listened to their beat, I'll come back to the list again. We've currently got 82 in the queue at the moment, so let's keep going.
Hey yo, Jams, you turned up.
Heard that one already. Oh, the click. That's a vibe. Nice like West Coast kind of vibe. I think the mixing's a little bit off, like everything's too close together, like the click's not loud enough, the melody's a little bit too loud. The bass is okay, but yeah, the mix in terms of the levels, like the levels could do with being, sort of spaced out, have the melody a bit quieter, have the drums, hitting nice and clean, cutting through the mix. So yeah, that's all I'd say about that beat. It's my loop. I think it is my loop. Yes, it is. Fire loop. It's okay, man. It's nice. I like the drums, the sound selection. I think the bounce is a little bit off for that kind of loop. I'd maybe go with something just a bit more simple because the loop's kind of, it keeps going, so you don't have the drums hitting too crazy. But it's okay, man. It's almost there. It's almost there.
Yo soy Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. Mis ojos están en todos lados, que ustedes no pueden hacer una puta sola mierda en el departamento de Antioquia sin que yo me entere. Sí, señores, no pueden mover un dedo.
It's okay. There's not really that much low end going on with that beat, and the guitar melody is a little bit flat. So yeah, just work on, if you're putting in your melodies, just make sure you've got stuff kind of coming up and down, and you've got some nice tension parts that kind of build up and then ease off. You want that kind of switch up. You don't really want to keep things exactly the same because that's when it gets kind of like repetitive and a bit boring. So yeah, I just make sure you're working on the vibe of the beat. That's just one key thing to pull out. I think I've got another donation. Yep, Patrick Beats, my guy. Thank you for the donation, my guy. Let's get you in right now. Patrick Beats. Ooh. Bro, this is a big summer vibe. This is a summer banger, man. What is your best beat and how long did it take you? I don't know what my best beat is, to be honest. They're all different, so I can't really put my finger on one. Bro, this is such a nice vibe. Maybe that vocal chop is a little bit too on top of the mix. Like I maybe just kind of add some reverb and EQ it out a little bit. That's a nice way to kind of make it sit in the background. But bro, the bounce is so clean. It's got a really nice bounce to it, like a YG summer kind of bounce. I love that muted guitar. Big vibes, man. Wiz Khalifa would kill this as well. Bro, that beat's clean. I don't have a whole lot to say in terms of critique. Maybe the bass was a little bit on the weaker side, like the sub bass. Like, I couldn't really feel that coming through on the headphones. But honestly, other than that, like I can't think of anything else. That was a proper summer banger. Just all it needs is a rapper on that, man. It just needs a rapper, and it needs like maybe some kind of female singer on the chorus, you know, or maybe someone like Ty Dolla $ign on the chorus. And yeah, that'd be a summer hit, man, for sure. So catchy, so like feel good, you know. It was just a really nice vibe. Yeah, big vibes, bro, big vibes. Okay, let's carry on with the list. Someone asked to see the list earlier. We've got 93 currently in the list. Let me just go to where we were. So we've got Prop by Maze, Drumbox Beats, Ryan Noland, Ferry Boy Beats, CY Beats, Louis, Thrill Boy, Don Beats, Squadron Beats, Ride, Benji, BMN, Wave, ERCJ. Yeah, we've got a few to go, but we will stay at it. I think I've heard this one. That beat's okay. It doesn't really resonate with me personally. It's just a little bit too a little bit too grungy and like in your face for me. I like the kind of Travis Scott vibes to it though, like those dark kind of chords and those like grungy sounds. I think it all came a bit too harsh for me in terms of like the mixing and yeah, it just kind of hit a bit too harsh for me. But it's okay though. The vibe's almost there. It's just a little bit too harsh for me again. Yeah, it's okay. That's nice. It's a little bit sounds really harsh saying this, but it sounds like a little bit of like the old school trap, you know, with sort of like the strings like dun dun dun, you know, that kind of stuff. Especially coupled with the sound selection, the drums, it does have that kind of old school trap kind of vibe, which is okay. You know, a lot of rappers like those kind of beats, so that's not a problem. Yeah, it was okay. Mix was good, good balance. Maybe the 808 could have done with being a bit beefier, but other than that, it was good, man. It was a nice beat. Oops, what have I done? Ryan Nolan. Whoa. Bass is crazy, man. That beat was really promising until the bass came in. Like, it just fully just like shook my headphones. It was like really too, like, honestly, it's just a bit too loud. Well, if we're being honest, I'll say it was a lot too loud. Like, it just kind of made everything else clipped, and like you couldn't hear anything. Like, the melody and everything wasn't coming through as soon as the bass hit. So yeah, you gotta make sure that bass is hitting hard, but hitting it at the level where you can still have that clarity with all the other sounds in the beat. But yeah, man. Somebody just said a really nice message. Who sent me that? Devonte Milton, you inspired me to get back cooking up beats after like 4 years. Thanks for bringing back my passion for music. Well, that's awesome. That's really awesome, man. That's awesome. Hopefully you'll like. Well, I went to Manchester on Friday to meet up with Jay Cactus. I don't know if a lot of you guys who watch my videos watch his. You probably do, to be fair. He's doing really well. And yeah, we went to a studio in Manchester and we cooked up like 5 beats, man. It was crazy. So if anybody is interested, that video will be dropping very soon. I can't wait to release it, man. It's such a good video, and it just all looks really clean. So yeah, man. All right, cool. Okay, we got a donation by Prod by J Juice. Prod by Juice. Thank you, my guy. Let's get you up right now. Thanks for including the email as well. That's also helpful. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is a vibe. Bro, this is a vibe, man. Nice guitar. Sorry, not guitar, nice piano. Maybe that vocal chop's a little bit too consistent. Or maybe like have that duck out a little bit more often. But it's a vibe, man. I like all of the transitions. I really like that riser that comes in, you know, and then that sort of like wind down effect works really well with that kind of beat. I love that chord progression. Like, that chord progression just works every time, and if you know how to put hard drums in your beats and you know how to mix, that chord progression will work every time. Any variation of it will work, man. It just looks it just sounds really nice. Real nice R&B vibes. Yeah, the only thing I'd say for that beat is that with the vocal chop, I maybe wouldn't have it hitting as consistent. I'd just have it hitting like once every bar or like once every 4 bar, something like that, because it kind of filled out just a little bit too much to my ear. So that is what I would say for that beat, my guy. But other than that, it was a big vibe, man. Big vibe. Love the chords. Love the drums. Lots of space, man. Lots of space. All right, let's get back to the list. Let's get back to the list. Where we at? We did Ferry. We did these three. Did we do that one? No, I don't think we did this one. Yes, I know exactly what kind of beat that is. It's like a opera, what's it called? Opera stopper opera, something like that. Real like catchy, dark piano, some drums over the top. It's a winning recipe. It was good. For me, I didn't like how you played the piano for that beat. It was a little bit too hard hitting and like, you know, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but if you want to get those like catchy dark melodies, then yeah, it just sounded like the velocities were either too high or something, or the volumes were too high on that piano. But it was good though. It was good. It definitely had potential. Just one of those simple hard trap beats, you know, some hard lyrics that would go well with that. So good stuff.
Sometimes you just feel like you don't belong. You did before, not anymore, but nothing's wrong. It's just a lie. Chris, is that a weed?
Ooh. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that kind of bounce to go with that loop, but it worked really well. I think similar to one of the other beats we listened to. I think the 808 was just a little bit on the busy side. Let that beat breathe, man. Like I really liked that vocal chop. It went really well with the melody that you put behind it. So yeah, let that thing come through, man. Don't go too crazy with the 808s. You gotta know when a melody needs to have its own space in the beat. If it's kind of like a little bit generic and not too bad, then you can go crazy with the drums. If it's a really vibey melody, man, then all you gotta do is just make your life easier and put on those simple drums. So, yeah, man. This is vibey. Nice vocal chop, works well. Nice like effects that you put on that vocal as well. You know, really ambient. And I like those hi-hats. I love those realistic hi-hats. I don't use them enough myself, but I really like the sound of them, especially when they're put over something like, you know, like a vibey sample like that. So yeah, works well. Nice bass line too. Yeah, drums go crazy in that beat. I think anything that I do with that triplet, those triplet, that harpy kind of sound, would like not have it hit consistently. I'd maybe like go din din din, din 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 din, din 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 din. You know, just add some like gaps in those triplets, because I felt like that would give it like some really crazy bounce, especially because the drums were kind of consistent hitting and the drums were kind of busy. Yeah, I'd maybe just leave some gaps in the melody or leave some gaps in the drums, you know, one of the two, just so you've got that kind of nice contrast. But yeah, it's almost there, my man. Almost there. Why is it not popping up?
Hey, yo, Aldaz.
This is the vibey loop.
Who the fuck is Don?
Oh, we got a donation. Rob by Nazy, what's going on, my guy? Thanks for the donation, bro. Let's get you in. Let's get you in after this beat. Bro, this is so vibey. Jeez. Oh my days. Fuck, bro. I don't know if you made the sample or not, but the sample is so vibey. So vibey, and like the A part and the B part, they all just meshed perfectly together. And I love that you just put super simple drums in there, because you could literally hear Moray just all over that beat. Just real vibey flow on that beat. Some kind of melodic kind of flow. Just works perfectly, man. Love that beat. Love that beat. Alright, prod by Nazy. Let's go. That lead, that's a vibey lead. I really mess with that melody. Especially when that trippy lead comes in, like that's a really nice like variation to that melody. I didn't expect it, but when it came in, it kind of sort of, you know, perked me up a little bit. So that was a vibe, and I think the drums were basically there. I think maybe the sound selection of a couple of the drums could have been better, or maybe just the mixing. I think that's probably the key thing for the drums. But the melody was on point. Just a little couple of tweaks with the drums and you'll be good, man. I think it's mainly just mixing with that, or just choose cleaner sounds. I think maybe it's just that was a problem. But yeah, that loop was on point. catchy, man. This is catchy. I think this is of the two, this is my favorite one. This is so vibey. Corday would kill this beat. I don't know what kick that is, but I love it. It's got a real like old school but like crunchy kind of vibe to it. Mate, the chords with that, along with that loop, was so clean and just like feel good. And then those like hard drums to contrast it just worked really well. Of the two beats, that's by far that's my favorite. That's a really clean beat. First one was fine, just I think the drums just didn't match up too well, but this second one, like everything worked really well together. And yeah, that was really catchy and memorable, man. So yeah, Nazy, that was a big vibe. All right, I think we gotta do the donation through PayPal. 828 Rose Beats at gmail.com. Ain't nothing coming up. Okay, 808 Rose, can you could you just send through the what am I talking about? Send me through some beats, man. I've got your donation, bro. So, and I've got your email in right here. Oh, there we go. Let's come through. Got him. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ. I can't stop bopping my head to this beat, man. Fucking hell, man. This is so hard. What is that sound? That sound is crazy. That like at the start of every 8 bar or whenever it is, when that hits, it like gives like an even darker, like sort of like steel vibe to it. And I like that you switched up between the Zaytoven and the Spins 808. Like that worked well. And yeah, like to point out the obvious, those drums hit super hard. And I like there's a certain bit where some kind of like trippy synthy lead comes in. I think it was around here. That bit. Yeah, that beat was super hard, man. 808 Rose, bro, you've been working. Yeah, I don't think I've got any critiques for that beat. Everything was hitting hard, and that melody was super hard. Normally with those kind of beats, like the drums all speak for themselves, and like the melody can be ish. Okay, you can get away with just putting in like an average melody, but you didn't hold back on that melody, man. You did not hold back. Okay, cool. Let's carry on. with the list. Where are we at? Where are we at? Getting close up to Benji. After this one, I think. Yeah, that's hard. I like that second part, this part here where like the melody comes up an octave and like it all just comes to life. I like that part. I'm not too keen on where the vibe dies down. But yeah, as soon as it all takes off, man, like it all comes together. Benji. I knew where that was going straight away. Works every time, bro.
Yo, Benji.
Your piece of we're going platinum, baby.
Yeah, melody's super vibey. Drums work well with it. Maybe a little bit on the busy side, but nothing crazy, man. And yeah, everything works well. Benji, you know, I don't need to give you too much of a critique. Out here dropping bangers on a regular.
Yeah, man, what you telling me?
Yeah, that's definitely a D block kind of beat. I love that. Like, yeah, drums had a nice like kind of triplet bounce to them as well. I always like to hear triplet bounces because you don't naturally go to that kind of bounce too often. So when it comes out, it works, man. It works. Love it. Oh, Squadron, I skipped you. Sorry, bro. Let me check after this beat. Yeah, I like the melody, I like the vibe, like the ambient vibes to it. I think if you're gonna put like a nice ambient melody, you need to kind of contrast that with like some like busy, bouncy beat, bouncy drums, you know. And with the drums, they sounded a little bit too sort of chilled as well. So you got to contrast the vibe with the melody than with the drums as well. Apparently, I missed some people. Who have I missed? Squadron Beats. Don Beats. Did I listen to this beat? No, I didn't. Sorry. Did I listen to this beat? No, I think I did. Yeah, that works well. Nice loop, really like vibey loop. And the drums weren't too crazy either in terms of like being busy, you know, like it worked really well with that kind of style of loop. So yeah, Squadron, like it. Yeah, I think it was only Squadron Beats. I think who was the guy that did this last time? There's Tex Hicks. I think he was the guy last time who kept telling me I kept skipping him, but I hadn't. So yeah, I think it was just Squadron there. CJ Beats. Alright, take care, Harlord. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. It's a little bit on sort of like the chilled side for me. Like it didn't really get me, you know, up and going. It just kind of sort of just started to happen. I think maybe just sort of add those like maybe up tempo sort of high energy drums to kind of complement that sort of chilled and like ambient melody. That's normally a recipe that works. I know I say that quite a lot, but like it is literally a recipe that works. If you've got a chilled melody or like an R&B melody, you want those up tempo bouncy drums. If you've got a really nice busy melody with a nice bounce to it, simple drums just go well together. It just works most of the time. So. Vibey. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It's almost there, I think, with that beat. I like the sound selection in the melody. Nice and unique. Drums were okay. The drums just seemed a little bit repetitive, but I like the melody. The melody was clean.
AJ, you made this?
Different as well. Nice trippy melody. I like that 808 sample as well. It's kind of like wow. It's got like a wow effect to it. Not effect, but like sort of texture to it. It's got got a nice bounce to it. I like it. That was different. That was different. That was some kind of like futuristic. I think like Lil Nas X could maybe do something on that. You know, just something really unique and like spacey. You know, like alien kind of vibes to it. I don't know. Really like the melody, yeah, but I'm not too keen on the drums for that beat. Just sounding a little bit generic.
Casey.
That's nice, man. Nice, simple, catchy beat. Works well, man. Something that'd be easy to get placed, you know. So yeah, that beat works well. That beat worked well. Like it.
Casey.
I've listened to that beat already. I think that beat's okay. Like the drums go crazy and everything, but the vocal chop is like out of key with the melody and the bass. So yeah, you just gotta make sure those things line up, because like it's hard to give like a critique on a beat when like stuff's out of key. So that's like, you know, fundamental stuff, and you gotta get that stuff in beforehand. Crash Bandit, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, I like it, man. It's almost there. It's got a nice spacey melody, and the drums do have a good bounce. I think it's a mixing problem with this beat. Like, the melody seems too far in the background, and the drums kind of, again, like do that thing where they just sit on top of it. Like, you just sit on top of it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But basically, it kind of just sounds like the melody's a little bit too quiet, and the drums are sort of sat too far on top. So, yeah, you just want to make sure you bring this just a little bit closer together. Not too close, because you don't want everything to sound like, you know, flat. But at the same time, you do want to have like, you do want to hear that melody, because I like that melody, man. That was a nice melody, and the drums had a good bounce to them too. So yeah, all right. Oh, sorry, D-Box wanted to see. D-Box, you're there, my guy. Prod by Yati, Prod by Yati, Ty R, CJ, ROS Beats, AJ Beats, D-Box Beats, CJ, Sincerely Productions, Matthews, Sincerely Productions. Some guys that have double dipped. Melody's a vibe. It's got kind of like an old school kind of vibe. I think yeah, I think those drums don't really match up with that loop. You want some kind of like, you know, like old school kind of boom bap style drums. I think on a melody like that, nice and like, you know, feel good kind of drums. You know, I think the Zaytoven 808 doesn't really match up too well with that loop.
Hey, hit a boy Ty on the beat.
So good, so good. Yeah, it's okay. I think the structure was a little bit off on that beat. It was a little bit clunky, but I like the dark melody. Worked well. Drum section was okay. It just sounded a bit just a bit like unmixed, you know. I mean, obviously I don't say to mix a lot of beats, but because a lot of sounds come pre-mixed nowadays. But yeah, it's just some of the sounds just sounded a bit sort of boxy. I'm liking this melody. Whoa. Oh, this is CJ. That beat is crazy. That 808 is so nice. Like I love that. Like I love that real crunchy top end distortion that's on that 808, and that loop is like just so. All these loops, a lot of these beats today have like all the melodies are so like alien-esque, like spacey, kind of synthy, futuristic kind of vibes to them. I love it. I love it. Mix was crazy on that as well. I think we got a donation, probably by Crash Bandit. My guy, thank you, my guy, for the donation. Appreciate it. Let's get you in right now.
Crash.
That is super spacey. I keep saying this every single beat. I either say vibe, spacey, or ambient, or something like that. But all these beats, I swear to God, tonight have been like on point with these like kind of alien-esque kind of melodies. Yeah, just crazy, man, crazy. Mix was perfect on that beat. Really liked the dynamics in that beat. And yeah, the melody was mixed to like it was mixed so well. Just really like. There was lots of movement and it just worked really well. There's just a good balance, man. It's all about balance. I like those brass hits. Apparently there's something coming in. There's something coming in at 2 minutes. 2 minutes 10. Let's see what it is. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. I think the first one for me is like the most vibey one. I just love it. I love the intro. Yeah, it's just a really nice vibe. It just works really well. Second one is super hard still, but for me, I think I'd take the first one. But yeah, man, those dark, trappy Chief Keef vibes work just as well, man. So gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, we've got a donation from my guy Dynamic Gaming, Asriel Beats. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's get you in. Let's get you in right now. Do we have to pay PayPal or can we
It's
chat?
Azrael.
Richard Hernandez, you can do either, my guy. Yeah, whatever is more convenient for you. Send PayPal if it's easier, or just do normal donation if that's easier. Oops. What do you guys think of this one? It's okay. I kind of like the melody. It's a little bit on like the harsh side. It's just a little bit sort of, one way, like dun 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 the whole way through. So I'd maybe just work on switching that up a little bit, or just make it a little bit less prominent, because I feel like that kind of consistent hard hitting melody would, after like the first couple of minutes, it kind of gets a little bit repetitive. So I'd work on that. And I think the mix was a little bit harsh, like with the drums. That Spins 808 was like clipping and distorted, but like not in a nice way. You could. It sounded like it was all crumpled up at the top, and I don't know what it was, but it just didn't sound very nice. Like it almost sounds like you didn't cap everything off at 0 dB. It just sounds like you just let everything fly through on the mix, something like that. It just sounded a little bit off. So I'd work on that and make sure you're getting the mixing nice and clean. And yeah, just work on a few things, man. Just the melody just could have done with a little bit of work, and the drums were okay, but yeah, they just sounded like they was way over distorted, but like not in a clean way, if that makes sense. So yeah, just a couple of things to work on there, my guy. But it's almost there, it's almost there. It's not all bad. All right, let's go back to the list. I've got quite a few beats lined up, but we're gonna crack through a few more. So let's get it.
course. I love it. Let's get it.
I appreciate you guys playing it. It's okay. I think it's a little bit too. The tempo's like a little bit too fast for the style of like beat it is, and like the whole vibe of it. It just seemed like a little bit too fast in terms of the tempo. And I wasn't too keen on that clap when it went like down a few keys. It just sounded like, yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't keen on it. Like the main clap shouldn't really be doing that. I like the melody though, nice dark melody. But yeah, I think for some reason it just seemed like you just sort of finished the beat and bumped up the tempo, and it just sounded like it should have been like 5 or 10 BPM a bit slower for that kind of style of beat. But it's all good. It's all good. All right, AJ Beats. Yeah, I think the mix is off of that BAJ. It's just like the 808. It's similar to that one of the previous beats where the 808 was just like overpowering everything. So when it comes in, you can't really hear anything else in the beat. So yeah, just make sure you're getting the mix in on point. It sounds like there's a lot of compression in there, like you've like over mixed it in a way. Like I used to do that as well. Seriously, the easiest way to get around that is just not put anything on the master apart from an EQ and a soft clipper in that order. Make sure the EQ is bumping up the highs and the soft clipper is just stopping anything from going above 0 dB. And then you just level it, man. You just level it until everything's hitting hard. That's literally the easiest way to make a beat sound nice and loud and punchy. But yeah, let's keep it going. Check the beat name online. I've got something crazy. Listen with headphones. I'm wearing headphones the whole stream. Something crazy at 206. Yeah, that's cool, man. I like it. I like the snare. I used to use that snare quite a lot. You know that I don't even know the name of the snare, but I used to use it a lot. Like really like hard hitting snare. It was good for like UK trap. That snare. I like the strings you put in, man. Nice clean strings, and yeah, the switcher was kind of cool at that 2-minute mark where it kind of bounced between headphones, and it wasn't too harsh. It wasn't like all one headphone, all the other. So yeah, that worked well, D-Box. That worked well. I like it, my guy. I like it. Alright, cool, man. Let's keep it going. Vapor God, what's going on, man? I see you. We're closing in on Vapor God. The reincarnation of Timbaland. this works, you know. Nice sample. Yeah, that's vibey. I like the sample. Yeah, people that are double submitting, I think I'm just gonna skip over them because we do have double submissions. We've got CJ keeps submitting, Sincerely Productions, Matthews who's submitted twice. Manoa, he's already submitted. So yeah, I'll skip over the people that keep submitting. We'll keep it just one, you know. We'll just keep it fair, you know. Don't be. We'll not be skipping over people. 808 Rose Beats, yeah, why not? Why not, my guy? Let's do it. Yeah, the 808's a bit muddy on that beat. A little bit muddy. I like the melody though. The melody was like nice and like trippy and spacey, but the 808 was just really muddy and like just didn't hit. It was just sort of like there. It's just like a low end thing that was there. It was weird. It's hard to explain, but Kenny Beats, yeah, I got it come through, man. You make sure you're donating the right amount, bro. It's $9, so I don't know what that translates as in pounds, but yeah, make sure you donate the right amount, bro. Too busy. Drums go crazy. Melodies kind of sort of up and down and kind of like, yeah, it's just a little bit crazy, that beat. A lot of stuff going on. Like I don't listen to a lot of it, but you can get the vibe like straight away from that. So yeah, TYR we've listened to, Sincerely Productions we've listened to. I'm just gonna mark the ones the guys that we've listened to already, so we don't keep listening to them. I think that was it on this page. Ghost Beats, let's go. This is different. This is very different. This is vibey, you know. This is vibey. Yeah, it's okay. It's got a nice like different structure to it. It kind of sounds like a standalone beat, which is totally fine. But I vibe with it though. I think that last part that we just listened to, I didn't really kind of resonate with, but the whole lead up to it was nice chord progression. I like those kind of like drum loops that you've pulled in, you know, those like kind of bongos and whatnot. So give it a nice bounce. That was definitely different. That was definitely a different beat. Like it. All right. Okay. Richard Hernandez. Let's go, my guy. bell. Ooh! Oh, those little like slides, they work really well. Bro, this is so vibey. Swear to God. Richard, man, this is clean. This is super clean. Yeah, that was clean, man. I really like the vibe. Really nice, like West Coast vibes to it. I think the only thing I'd say for that is like the chord progression was a little bit repetitive, so keep the same 2 chords, but like maybe just invert some, or like maybe play with the octaves in certain parts, just to give it a bit of variation and just keep it fresh. But in terms of everything else, the structure was vibey, man. Good sound selection too. Hey. Sababi all over this beat. All over this beat. Yeah, that's cool, Kenny. Man, the melody on this is so vibey. Yeah, hey, yeah. Nah, Sababi all over this, man. Yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 hey, 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 bro, Richard, bro, both of those beats super different, but both vibey. Second one I think I messed with the most, but both equally vibey, man. Mixes are on point. Fuck, that second one was a vibe, man. I loved that second one. I could literally hear Sababi rapping over that as well. Like I could hear his lyrics as I was listening to that beat. Yeah, big vibes, man. I think I've just got another donation from 808 Rose Beats. So yeah, man, let's go get you in, my guy. We got some evil vibes, I think. Bro, this slaps. Bro, yeah, this is crazy. Jesus, rolls are crazy. I think I don't even, what is that? Is it the hi-hats that's making that scratchy sound? Like all those crazy sounds, like I don't even know. Crazy, man, crazy. Yeah, 808s are like ridiculous in this as well. Do you know what? People say that 808s are too busy, and I've said this earlier in the stream, but like after listening to some beats, some placement beats as well, like the 808s sometimes just go mental, like they're just crazy, especially like Rio Lever's stuff. Like if you go onto his Instagram and listen to his beats, his 808s go like super crazy. So yeah, man. All right, we got a donation from Kenny Beats, man. Thank you for the donation, bro. Thanks for sending through the rest of the donation. Appreciate that, my guy. Let's get you in. Kenny Beats. Richard Hernandez got some Wheezy beats soon. Yeah, Richard, man, you keep coming with that. Come on, that diverse array of beats, man. Love it. Yeah, this is different. There's like some like Pharrell kind of vibes. Dun, dun, dun. 808 roast beats. Thanks, my guy. Thanks, my guy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I like this one. This is different. It's just some super like charts music. Works. Yeah, this is like this. The reason why it sounds poppy is because it's got like the pop chords, man. But it works though. Like that's the reason why these songs are popular, is because that chord progression works for. It just works because it just creates that kind of feel good vibe. And if you can kind of like vibe off of that, put in those kind of sounds, you know how to make those beats that work well with it, then yeah, it slaps, bro. It slaps. I love it. Big vibes. All right, man. Let's do. I think we should do a keyword right now. It's kind of submissions have gone crazy. We've got 122 beats in the submission, and how many people are in the stream right now? We've got 56 people in the stream. So yeah, let's start with the keyword. So for those of you guys that don't know what a keyword is, it's basically just to refresh the email list. So I'm going to give you guys a keyword in a second. But whilst I'm explaining this, just open up a new email, a blank email, and just load up a beat that hasn't been played. If you haven't been played yet, just reload up that beat. And then I'm going to tell you the keyword in a second, and just put the keyword in the subject of the email, so I know where to go from, from refreshing on my emails. So yeah, go and do that right now, and then we will go to the top, I think, and then do this again. Just real quick, actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go to Vapor God, because I know Vapor God is Vapor God still in the stream. Vapor God seems to hang around for a bit, man. Vapor God's here, man. Vapor God's an OG, man. So anyone that goes crazy, I'm going to his beat. It's all good, man. Vapor God's an OG. Whatever he submits is always like super unique. Where is he at? Where is he at? Guys, let me know in the group chat when you've got your beats loaded up again, and then I'll give you guys a keyword. And I'm gonna listen to 10 beats in the keyword, by the way. Where's Vapor God at? There he is. Just want to listen to this real quick.
Make it slow, let it take
beats are too crazy. So crazy. Like too good to be placement beats. Swear to God. All right, let's go with them. The keyword is, let's go with the keyword. I'll type it in the chat real quick. The keyword is, I'm gonna put Odyssey again. Keyword is Odyssey. Keyword is Odyssey. Doesn't matter how you spell it, just as long as it's close enough. As long as it's close enough, and then we're good. I'll wait for them to come through, and then I'm just gonna go back to the list real quick. Vocal doesn't work for that beat. Heard that beat already. Here we go. Odyssey. Odyssey. Where's the first one? There's the first one. RV. This, you know, it's got like a nice like New York kind of boom bap almost style to the melody, but it's got like a trap bounce to it, you know, like the trap drums and like the bounce of the actual melody kind of, yeah, it fits well, man, fits well. All right, cool. I'm just gonna mark these as red so I know where we're at in the list. Okay, so I'm gonna synth up another 10 beats I think, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Slaps, man. That really slaps. Got that spins hitting nice and clean. Gotta love the triplet bounce, and that snare, it's almost like a rim shot snare, really hits clean, really cuts through the mix nice and cleanly. So yeah, that works really well. Slaps so hard. that slaps, man. That's basically similar to that first one we listened to. Oh, sorry, this one. Similar drum selection, but the melody was totally different. So, yeah, Lo-Fi Drip, man. You got some bangers. You're cranking out some bangers, man. Definitely. Okay, then we got another donation real quick. William Mitchell. Spelled that wrong. William Mitchell, there we go. Appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for the donation, bro. We got a drill beat. Okay, a few things for that beat. So if you listen to like the melody, the bass isn't in the same key as the melody. So what you want to do is just make sure that you've got like the root note of your chord progression or of your melody. Make sure that the bass follows that, because if it doesn't, then it's going to sound off, and that's the reason why that sounds a bit off. So make sure that all of that's lined up, and you will be good to go. So the root note is basically the bottom note of any chord. So if it's a C minor, it's a C. That's the root note. If it's F minor, the root note is F. So yeah, just make sure that that's all lined up before you do anything. That has to be on, because otherwise, to anyone that listens to the beat, doesn't have to be me, doesn't have to be any other producers, it's going to sound off. So make sure that's in key. Bass was a little bit too loud, so I just work on the leveling of that beat. So what I mean by that is like, make sure you put all your sounds into the mixer and just make sure that everything kind of sits within it in a comfortable space. If you don't know how to do that, what I'd suggest is getting like a song or a beat that sounds similar to the beat you're making, pull that into your project and kind of listen to that as a reference, and then you can kind of change the volume of all your sounds to kind of match up with that other reference beat that you've got. And yeah, that's cool, man. I think it's almost there. I like the bounce you've got in. Sound selection was a little bit kind of like thin. Like the snare was a little bit like an old school trap snare. So yeah, just upgrade the sounds. But it's almost there. I can tell you a little bit early in the process, but yeah, it's all big potential, man. You just got to keep chipping away at it, and you'll slowly get the hang of it. So yeah, good job, William. Good job, William. Just got to keep cracking away. I think the 808's kind of distorted a little bit, like it's not clipping. It sounds a little bit over the top of that. So make sure that you haven't got nothing hitting over 0 dB. I think that's what it is. It's that real like crispy top end sound that doesn't sound like clean distortion. It just sounds like it's going above 0 dB or something like that. So make sure you're getting that. But other than that, everything else is on point. Good sound selection, good melody, good bounce, good bounce. That's a nice vibe. Got like a little Uzi Vert kind of vibes to it, like synthy kind of hyper pop almost kind of feel to it. I like it. Is that the beat we just listened to? Yeah. Nice, yeah. Got some like nice like weekend kind of vibes to it, like those like sad, you know, like sad, almost like sinister kind of vibes to it with that beat. Nice like dark ambient melody, but simple drums to go with it. It kind of worked well, especially if like you had some kind of melodic singer on there. That would have worked well. Got a lot of wave files. Yeah, I'm not too keen on that beat. It's a little bit flat, and that bass doesn't really come through very well. Yeah, it just sounded a little bit flat, and like the chords didn't really do much. They just sort of went from chord to chord, and there wasn't any transitions. You know, you just want to make sure you've got like nice flowing chords, and you've got a nice top melody, and just things to complement those chords. You know, you can't just have those chords sat by themselves. Works for some beats, but for that beat, it sounded like it needed to be a bit more melodic. So, yeah. Tex Hicks. Yeah, it's a little bit on like the similar to that last beat, a bit on the flat side. Like the 808 was like there was no oomph to it. It was just like a real low sub. Like the only reason why I could hear it was because I had these headphones on. Like if I was to listen to that on the phone or something, like I wouldn't be able to hear any knock to the 808 or anything. It was just sort of like a low rumble. So and that was just sound selection. Like literally get the Zaytoven 808, get the Spins 808, get the Plug 808. Just get like the standard 808s that are like staple in the industry, and then that'll do half the work for you. In terms of the melody, again, it just sounded a bit like clunky. You know, it just didn't. You know, it just wasn't hitting, and it like, yeah, it just didn't sound great. It just sounded like it was a little bit like stocky, if that makes sense. I don't mean to be too harsh, but I'm just trying to like keep it 100. So if I was to do anything with that beat, I'd just make sure that you got like a nice melodic guitar, because that guitar thing was just like one strummed out chord and then like another strummed out chord, whereas if like it was a proper guitarist playing it, you'd have like a chord and then like some nice finger picking melody to go over the top of it, and just to give it some bounce, you know. So yeah, you want to get the bounce and just work on your sound selection, my guy. I think we've got another donation. We have Asriel Beats. Still double donation, my guy. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. All right, let's get you in. Let's get you in before we wrap things up. Got a chill type beat.
It's Azrael.
Yeah, I like this one. I think this is better than the first one you sent me, definitely. Nice, like more like glued together melody, all kind of like all the sounds in the melody complement each other nicer than the last beat. Makes this better. I think the 808 again still sounds like a bit of a rumble, but everything else was much better than the first beat. So yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. A nicer bounce with that second beat, nicer melody. I just think the 808 could be a bit better. So make sure the 808 is following the melody a bit more. So you want to have like some. I think with that beat, it would go well. Like if you had some different keys coming in with that 808, it kind of all hit on the same note, which, you know, it's not very pleasing to the ear, especially with it like a melodic kind of beat. So yeah, switch up the 808 sound and make sure that it's following the melody a bit closer, so it's got a nice nicer bounce to it. But it's good, man. It's good stuff. All right, let's keep it going. Nice melody. Really like the melody. Nice and like sort of Arabic, ethnic kind of vibe to the melody. Drums was nice too. The drums was a little bit on the generic side. I think you could have done a bit more with the drums, but it was a solid beat. Nice mix as well, and yeah, nice and clean. god. Bro, this is so fun. So nice. This is so nice. Bro, this is the favorite beat of the stream. Favorite beat of the stream. Fucking hell, man. Bro, swear to God, that's the best beat of the stream. Well, not the best beat, but that's my favorite beat of the stream. That was so nice. My favorite part, the thing that did it for me, like, it would have been a solid beat, but the thing that did it for me was this part. Where is it? That bit. Sort of the interlude bit. Man, that bit, oh my days. Crazy. Sample went well, drums went crazy, the whole thing, man. The whole thing just sounded like it was almost played live in a way. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright. Awesome, man. Awesome beat. Seriously, awesome beat. Okay, we got a donation from Beats by Muraki. Let's get you in. And then I think we got a donation on the chat as well by Gruzy NNB. Appreciate you too, my guy. Thank you, bro. We'll get you in as well. This is a vibe. Yeah, nice 808 rolls, bro. Yeah, that's a vibe, man. I like that beat. It's got a nice, like, sort of like steady bounce to it. You know, a bounce to like be easy to freestyle over. I feel like that's the kind of beat where, like, if you're in a studio and you just put on a beat like that, and then you've got rappers in there, like, it's easy for them to just think of something, you know, like get like a quick vibe. So yeah, that's a good beat, man. That's a quick vibe kind of beat, placement kind of beat. So yeah, good stuff, man. All right, let's listen to this beat by Gruzy. okay, you know, it's okay. It's like, it's almost there. It just sounds maybe a little bit too busy with the melody. Like there's lots of elements going on in there. I say that you want to kind of stack layers up with the melody, but if you're gonna do that, like you want to keep those layers simple because there's lots of them. So yeah, that's what I do with the melody. And another thing with the melody is like it was kind of like, because there was a lot of melodies hitting each other, and a lot of them were kind of going up and down all at the same time. So it's kind of a little bit distracting. You know, it kind of becomes harder to sort of catch a vibe with it. So yeah, just simplify the melody, man. I feel like you did a little bit too much with the loop. But the drums are okay. Yeah, the drums were fine, nice and simple bounce, but just the melody kind of overpowered everything. So yeah, just take it easy with that, bro, and you'll be fine. You will be fine. Cool. Alright, man. Let's go back to the list.
Sounds like
I like that you kind of went with something a bit more unique than like the standard drill stuff. I think it's kind of difficult to get it right with the with like electric guitar rock style chords for a drill beat. I don't know, for some reason it doesn't like really mesh well for me, for my ear. Drums had a nice bounce to them, but I think the melody just didn't really sit very well with that drill kind of style beat. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but it just sounded a little bit mismatched, you know, the loop and the drums. So yeah. This beat's almost there. I think there's a problem with the mixing, like the trumpets have got a lot of top end to it, and it kind of almost overpowers the drums a little bit. So what I do is I just cut the top end out of the sample, out of the loop, altogether. Like as you're making, when you're done with the whole loop, just cut the top end out of it. Maybe add some RC20 just to soften it up a little bit, because it was a little bit harsh on the top end. So I'd do that, and other than that, I think that was okay. Just the drums were maybe a little bit on the busy side, but yeah, for that kind of beat, you just want those hard-hitting, simple drums and those orchestral sounds to be hitting vibey, but not too top-endy, because, like, you know, you want to have space for vocals to sit in between that. So yeah, man, all good, just a few mixing problems there. Cool. All right, I'm going to go up to just do a couple more, and then we're going to call it a night. that's okay. It's okay. It's a little bit clunky. Like the sounds sounded a little bit stocky, or like the velocities all sounded the same. So when you're putting in your melody, just make sure that you're making it sound more realistic by playing with the velocities, and maybe just like slightly offsetting some of the keys, just to make it sound a bit more realistic. And just add some effects. It sounded a bit dry. The main pluck sound. Drums are okay as well, but yeah, mixing wise, it sounded like it was either compressed or something like the kick sounded really boxy and it didn't really punch through the mix very well. So again, that might just be the fact that you may be over mixing it and trying to overthink it. So yeah, best advice, just slap a soft clip on the master, add an EQ just before it, bump the highs up, and then just leave it on them, and then you don't have to worry about compressing anything to make it fit. Then all you got to worry about is leveling it after that point. So yeah, then you'll be fine. All right, let's do one more.
Sorry, what's glow?
It's okay, nice spacey melody, but I think the 808's a little bit on the busy side for that. Like it's hitting on the same note over and over again. It just sounds a little bit like it's sort of like taking over the majority of the beat. So. Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, it's okay. It sounds, the snare's nice. I like that snare bit. The rest of it sounds like the stock sounds that come with FL, like the organ chords and like that siren. I think that's in the. I remember that from like FL Studio 11. It's okay. It's okay. It's a little bit on the, again, like similar to that last beat, just a little bit on the clunky side. So yeah, just make sure you're blending your sounds in well with like some good effects, and just making sure that like everything sits in its own space. You know, if you're putting in music, if you're putting in sounds and certain things sound too loud or too harsh, then just add some EQ to it. You know, just dampen those frequencies that are hitting too hard, and you will be good. Okay. Let's just keep it going for a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer.
Teasy boy, you got that fire.
Weezy,
Teasy boy, you.
Nope. Beats by Miraki. Appreciate the double dip, my guy. Let's get you in again then. We'll call this the last beat, I think. We'll call this the last beat of the stream. Yeah, that guy's out here trying to break my eardrums, man. That's nice of him. I like the vocal chop in this, man. I like how you mixed it. It's really nice and like sort of spaced out, sat in the background, which is just what I like to hear with vocal chops. The lush chords. Yeah, this works well, man. This works well. Solid beat. I think I actually kind of like the snare that you put in on top of the clap. It's normally like the standard, like, you know, like Southside snare or like Metro snare, but that sounds like a more of like an old school R&B kind of snare. So I like the switch up in that snare. It sounds a bit more unique. So yeah, works really well, bro. I think I should probably block that guy that like tried to burst my eardrums. How do I block it? Block. Mute. Mute. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. All right, then. That's going to be it for today, good people. Yeah, I'm going to call it. We've been streaming for a little while now. Over 2 hours, man. 2 hours 13. It's been a good stream today. But yeah, I've got a sick video dropping very soon. I've got one more. I've got to fix my subscribers loops video coming up tomorrow. And then on Friday, I've got a very big video dropping with my guy Jay Cactus. So yeah, keep your eye out for that. It's a very big video. I'm really happy with how this edit turned out. It took me a long time to edit, and it looks insane with the camera that we used for it. So yeah, it's gonna be a big vid. And yeah, thanks for you guys for dropping in, man. Thanks for hanging around for so long. I do apologize if I didn't get your beat into the stream, but you know, I do what I can to get as many people in as possible. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight, people. Peace out. See you in the next one.